And we're now live. Yay, look at this. I'm going to wait about 2 seconds for anybody to join. Is anybody here yet? Today, we're doing our weekly Q&A, I guess. Is that right? Can you hear me? Let me check the audio. We're in a new location now. We are in a new location. Is anybody here yet? Does this audio sound good? Hang on 1 second. I've got a little mic here. We're just gonna see if that plugs. Uh-oh. Did I freeze? It sounds like this mic is not plugged in, but I don't really care. Let's see. Can you hear this? Can you hear this? Hello? Yeah, so it's definitely not plugged in. Alright, we'll try to fix that in a second. How can I plug in this microphone? Okay, we're back, I think. Is that better? Can you hear the microphone now? Hello? Hello? Alright, that sounds much better. Hello to everybody who is... Alright. Perfect. Okay, so if anybody has any questions that you would like to have answered. Hello, Beefy Tech. There's your shout out. Hello, Nate Marshall. Welcome, welcome everybody to this, what I think is now going to be like a weekly Q&A. If you want to ask any questions, you can just comment them down below. Who won the ghost giveaway? I actually haven't drawn that yet. Should we do that now? Let me pull that up. The ghost drawn, I'm a little behind. Oops, I have bad connection right now. When did I start YouTubing? So I started on January 10th of 2015. So I think that's coming up on like 3 or 4 years. Is that right? Let me check the date. It was, yeah, January 10th, 2015. So quite a long time. Alright, let me check out. So we have to do the live drawing of the ghost drone. Wait, but that was only 2 days ago, so we haven't done that yet. I'm sorry. I thought that was more of a week ago, but generally, like, those get chosen after a week. That's only been up for 2 days, so in like 5 more days, we can choose that one. What's my favorite drone? That's a tough question. I get that a lot. I would say favorite drone of all time would probably be, I don't know, the Phantom 3 Pro was one of my favorites. It was absolutely phenomenal, and then now I have the Phantom 4 Pro, and I also love that, so anything like that. Any of the Phantoms, I love. Thank you, Beefy Tech, for watching since 700 subs. That was a while ago. A long time ago. I only see... looks like only 2 people, or 3 people watching now. Welcome, everybody. You can comment whatever you want answered, or whatever, I guess, on the right side in this comment box. I'm planning in the future to do some like giveaways on this live stream, so like only the people who watch the live stream will be able to win the giveaways, so that will be coming soon. I haven't really set one up for this giveaway, but that'll be cool because like people, you can like watch the reaction live when they get given stuff. So very soon we will be doing that. I'm thinking, I know, good idea, very good idea. I'm thinking these like live videos will happen like, I don't know, every weekend at some point, Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings, if you're free. It's great. All right. Do we have any other questions relating to drones? That seems like a large topic at the moment. Or we can also talk about like the release of the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 10. What are your opinions on that? Also the Apple Watch 3. Personally, I think they're not very large step forward. They're not like big steps. So, yeah. When can we expect your setup tour? So, is that, let me clarify, is that like of my desk or is that like in the studio? I'm assuming you mean my desk, which is what I'm at right now, so I can do that right now. Have I thought about a camera giveaway? I do have like, okay, I have a desk. I do have like a cheap GoPro knockoff thing that I could possibly give away, but at the moment I don't really have any giveaway ideas. So, in just a second here, we might do a little bit of a desk tour. Let's see. Desk tour live. That would be awesome. Should do that right now. Let me clean up because I didn't know I was going to have viewers. Okay. Do you really want to see everything that's on my desk right now? Okay then. Alright, here we go. Desk tour. Starting off with the screen right here. This is the, I believe it's 34-inch ultra-wide, Inception. Curved monitor. I love it. And it is like connected through Thunderbolt to my MacBook Air. Right here. I do have 2 external hard drives, kind of, at the moment. So this is 1 terabyte SSD by Samsung. Loving this. This is like my main go-to editing thing, and then this is a 2 terabyte, I forgot what it's called, something, 2 terabyte Seagate drive. This one's good just for backing up stuff, and then we have this monster over here, which is a 3 terabyte, which is everything that I've ever done is on there. This is where I charge my phone. Right, like that. That's where I charge the phone. This is where the Apple Watch gets charged. I have the Magic keyboard and trackpad, and then in here I actually have Magic Mouse, but I never really use this because I just use the trackpad. In here, this is actually a full terabyte external hard drive. I filled that up a while ago. Some miscellaneous stuffs over there. If anybody else has any other questions, right now we're doing a bit of a desk tour. So, moving on. I just got these actually on Amazon Prime Day for half off. They're normally $200 and I got them for like $96. These are the Sony Extra Bass. I forget the model number. It's like MDR-X something. And I got them because they are Bluetooth, which is nice if I want to just disconnect the cord, and also over-the-ear headphones, which I didn't have any at the time. You'll see that they are Bluetooth, but I usually keep them plugged in to the computer over there because I do a lot of video work. As you can see, this is my current project that I'm working on. And since I do a lot of very fast stuff with audio, and Bluetooth seems to have, it's not bad, it's getting better. Bluetooth definitely has a little bit of a lag, which is definitely is kind of difficult when editing fast audio stuff, so that's why I keep it plugged in most of the time. These do have a little 3D printed hook right there, so it just goes like that. Cable management is an F-. I like to keep it pretty clean. I do have like a 64 gig USB 3 flash drive right there, some miscellaneous. These are to plug in your micro SD cards, random SD card, and finally 1 terabyte. Can you read that? 1 terabyte. This is just a masterpiece. I don't actually use it. It's just for looks. So if anybody else has any other questions, I can talk a little bit about what I'm editing right here. Oh, so Beefy Tech uses Filmora. I have looked a little bit into that. You like my background? I took that picture. I love like making desktop photos because it's just so big on the 34-inch ultra wide. Yada yada yada. Okay. So I use Final Cut Pro for most of my stuff. I do use Adobe. Here, let me turn this around. I do use Premiere Pro on occasion, but it just seems to be like a lot slower, especially in rendering. Final Cut is much easier to render, and also like just, I don't know, stuff in general seems to work better. Why don't I submit my setup for TechSource? You know, I did like do a setup a while ago. If anybody watches, I think his name's Carl. I forgot his last name. He's got like in the 100,000s, 200,000, 300,000. He does like setup stuff, and I was featured in one of his videos. That was a while back. I forgot what his name is, but yeah, he's a cool dude. So for TechSource, I don't know. I don't usually watch. I have seen TechSource videos. I don't regularly watch him. I don't know. There's just other people that I'd rather spend my time watching. What am I using to film with? So most of these live streams I've been using my 7 Plus, but for this live stream I am using, actually you can't really see it, my old phone, which probably has the same quality. I don't think you can actually see it, but it's just my old phone. Okay. In the future though, I'm gonna try to make it so I have like a little webcam, so maybe we can do some webcam stuffs in the future at some point. That's too fancy for right now. Can I give some tips for Beefy Tech's channel? Why don't we check out Beefy Tech? Can I just search YouTube for Beefy Tech? Yes, yes, yes. Most of all the videos that are not live streams are filmed on either my Canon 80D or 70 Mark II or Phantom 4 Pro or GoPro. Beefy Tech. Alright. So you have 551 subscribers, 46 videos. Good job. Beefy Tech, all about the tech. Let's watch this setup tour live. Here, let me mute my audio so I can actually listen. Can I turn this around so people can watch? Is this okay? Awesome. The edit there is awesome. The intro, it's nice. I'm assuming that you're filming on an iPhone. Yes, I do like it. Yeah, that's nice. You've got really good, like the text here where it said setup. That looked really nice. Definitely. You've got good like graphics, I guess is what I'd say. Nice, nice. It looks like so like 2 days ago you did something on the iPhone X, Galaxy Note 8. Make your own 2D, 3D intro. I've done a little bit of work with that, so awesome. I like what you're doing here. Keep up the good work. It's awesome. Yes, I will subscribe. Now you're up to 553. All right, so back to, I think there was a question earlier. Yeah, if anybody else wants me to look at their channel, I guess I can do that. What's my favorite camera? That was asked a little while ago. Definitely, favorite camera that I have right now would be the Canon EOS 80D. Yeah, so why I would say that is because I do have the 70 Mark II, but that's really a photography camera. And I do take photos, but I do more work with video, so and the 80D just seems to have more tools to do video. It also does, it has best autofocus like in any camera ever, almost, pretty much. If you've used it, you'll know that it's great. Okay, so Nate Marshall says you're gonna get the EOS T6. I believe that's the T6i. It's a great camera right there. Definitely like a great starting camera, and then just to like get into the world of doing stuff. Who is my inspiration to make videos? That's a great question. So first, I'd say like 2013, so like 2 years before I started my channel, I started watching Devin Supertramp videos. He is a phenomenal YouTuber. He makes really high quality cinematic things, and I still love his videos, but I don't watch them as much. He only posts weekly. And so then a little while after, started watching Casey Neistat. You probably all know him. He's an awesome YouTuber. He's a big inspiration. And yeah, have I ever used a Red camera? No, but I really hope to. Hope to soon. Red cameras are the bomb. Let's see, whatever. We have lots of questions coming in here. Yep, so definitely like starting with a T5i, T6i, any of those Rebel series are great, just to like, I don't know, get your foot in the door, I guess, and start making promotional videos for people. That's kind of what I started out doing, and making YouTube videos just to like build your portfolio, I guess. And then once you start getting higher paying jobs, then you can like up your gear, I guess I would say, and then it kind of just happens sort of exponentially. As your equipment and quality gets better, you start getting higher paying jobs. Let's see. All right, Martin Ruby, I will definitely keep an eye out for you. If anybody else has any other questions about, I don't know, any of the recent videos, or any questions about gear or anything, definitely love to watch. Anybody who's just joining us. Did the YouTube apocalypse affect you? I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, I heard a couple years ago that like every year YouTube just ooh, this is interesting. YouTube like takes away subscribers. Is that what you're talking about? Do you see this right here? It held your question for review because apparently it's not good. I'm going to show that. That's weird. So yeah, YouTube has taken great measures to make sure that people are not saying bad things, but Apocalypse, that's weird. So I have not really seen much of an impact from losing subscribers, if that's what you mean by the Apocalypse. I haven't really seen much. I also don't pay much attention to that because I don't think it's something that you should really worry about. So thank you to all 7 people watching now. Is this like a record? I think the most we've ever had is 8 or 9. So thank you everybody who's tuning in. If you have any other questions, Beefy Tech just got his first sponsorship recently. I love doing like sponsored videos. Those are the best. If you don't mind me asking, who did you partner with? Because that's a big deal. It's a good question. Let's see, what else can we talk about? I've been doing a lot of work. We have a new question. Eliza Burton says, I'm getting the Canon 7070 with the 18-135 USM. I think I would get the 70-300, but is that enough for wildlife photography? Yes. So, wow, the 7070 is a fantastic camera for photos. You can also do some video with it, but definitely that's a great one for photos. If you're getting the 18-135, that's going to cover a lot. And like, is the 70-300 enough for wildlife photography? The farthest zoom I have is a 70-200, and that's totally enough for wildlife photography. So yeah, that'd be great. You are getting like a large overlap between the 18-135 because you have an overlap of 70-135, which is fine. Like I have overlaps like that, but yeah, I don't know. The 18-135 is great for kind of on the run shooting and stuff, but you're not going to have like a super low aperture or anything like that. So for starters, yeah, it's an awesome setup right there. Yes, I'll definitely contact anybody who wins. I know some people, like when they do giveaways, they will just say, please contact me within 24 hours or whatever. But I would like to say like, I'm going to contact this person so they know, so they have a higher chance of knowing. BV Tech is thinking of getting a Sony camera, but he liked the EOS, was that 1300? So that's a Rebel camera. Personally, I have like the Sony RX10 Mark II, and I'm just not a fan of the Sony kind of ecosystem with their battery life being so low. They do have really high quality 4K cameras, but personally I just like Canon quite a bit better. Personal preference, I guess. Also, Canon lenses I seem to enjoy more. Let me plug this in so we don't run out of power. I love all the questions coming in. Keep them coming. Nate Marshall says, I would get an APS-C for wildlife because it gives better range. Yeah, so definitely. I only have APS-C. I don't have any full-frame cameras yet. So for wildlife, definitely going back up to Eliza Burton's point of the 77D. Oh, wait, I missed something. Would it be better if I got the 18-55 and then the 70-300, as I wanted to be able to have a lens like the 18-135. Quite a good setup. Yeah, like if money is an issue, I would definitely recommend the 18-55 because you don't need like that overlap necessarily. I mean, I have tons of overlap, but that's just because I like lenses. So, I mean, if you wanted to, the 18-135 is a fantastic lens. 70-300 also great for wildlife, so there's no problem. It's just you are getting an overlap, and if you're just starting out, then it's not necessary, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Welcome everybody, Pinoy Pyro, welcome. Fun fact, in less than 4 hours, I'm actually going to be helping out with a professional 1.3 fireworks show. I'm going to be setting that up. It's going to be fun. Let's see, you get a better range out of the crop sensor. APS-C is the way to go if you're doing that. 7070, okay, we already talked about my favorite YouTuber, Devin Supertramp or Casey Neistat. The 7070 is not a full frame. 7070 is between the 80D and the 70D. 70D, 7070, 80D. Their naming is not great, but it's a APS-C sensor. Let's see. 7070 is great for photography, and I really want to be able to shoot cinematic video, but also wildlife photography. If you do want to do cinematic video, I would recommend the 80D. It is a little more expensive, I think, but the video on the 80D I think is just a little bit better. 77 is fine though if you're wanting to do that. I don't know. It's just up to you. I've never used the 7070, so I don't really know. All I have experiences with the 80D, and I absolutely love it. Coke or ... Coke all the way. Is that even a question? Do you have any prime lenses? Oh boy, indeed I do have many prime lenses. My favorite is definitely 50 1.4. Yeah, so I'd recommend that to anybody if you're just starting out and you want your first prime lens. 50 1.8 is only like $150, so that's great prime lens. Let's see, Aldred Fish Turtle. Allred Fish Turtle says, hey dude, make an RC collection tour video. Definitely should do that soon. That is a good idea. I will make sure to do that. Beefy Tech once again. Casey Neistat is better than Jake Paul and Logan Paul. I agree with that statement. I am not, I don't know, I don't keep up with the Paul brothers and the whole Team 10. I'm just not a part of that at all. Both of them are kind of different with their vids. I'm not exactly sure you're referring to the comment on Jake Paul and Logan Paul in Casey Neistat. I'm not sure. If anybody else has any other questions, that would be great. Okay, we're just answering questions left and right. Back to Eliza Burton. The only reason I wanted to get 7070 is because it's better in low light than the 80D. I didn't know that, but I guess that's true. It is newer. How good is the 7070 versus the 80D? I have not had any issues with low light with the 80D. It's not like as good as a full frame camera. Like, if I were to guess, I would say the 7070, it might be a little bit better since it's a little newer. I don't think it's going to be, you're not going to see a huge difference since they're both APS-C sensors. I don't know. Who came here from the Casey Neistat camera crash video? That's like, I'm surprised. So I made that video over a year ago. Is it like almost on 2 years? And it started out kind of like going okay, and then it slowly like gained popularity. I wasn't even like, that's not my best video. I've said that before. It's not my best video. But it just like slowly grew and grew and grew, and now it surpassed my most popular video. So now it is my most popular video. What time is it? It is 10:44 in the morning. Good morning to everybody, or if you're in other countries of the world, good afternoon or good evening. What time is it where you people live? It's a good question. These live streams I'm thinking are going to happen around this time either Saturdays or Sundays, whatever works better for you. Good evening in India. 9:15. Wait, 9:15? I thought time zones just go by hours. Okay. Good morning to Arizona. Saturday, live streams on Saturdays. Yeah, Saturday mornings for me, evenings I guess for India seem good. Yeah, if anybody else has any input on the time or day. Welcome Jacob Smith. If anybody else has any other questions, you can just comment them. We'll get back to answering those questions. Or if anybody has any other ideas for like things to do in future videos, like reviewing channels, that was kind of a cool thing to do. I'm going to try to make it more entertaining. Saturday mornings look good. Welcome Martin Ruby. Back onto the DSLR question thing stream. What would be the best for Eliza Burton then if I wanted a camera for cinematic video and wildlife photography, and I would carry it around on my walks a lot in the evenings and mornings? The questions are just fine. I love answering questions. You know, I love my ADD, and I just kind of want to keep pushing that, I guess. There's nothing wrong with that, except it is a little more expensive. It's just the video on the ADD seems to be the best that I've seen in a DSLR like that in a long time. It's definitely ADD. If you do want to, like, the wildlife, just like strictly wildlife, I would say the best camera you can get, like almost hands down, would be the 7D Mark II, which is what I have, and I love it for wildlife because it's an APS-C, so you're getting that extra little bit of reach, I guess, since it's a smaller sensor. And then it's also 10 frames per second, which is just amazing for wildlife. But if you just want one camera, the 80D is good. Also, 70, that's just a hard one. I mean, I don't really know what to say to that. I would recommend the 80D, but I don't have hardly any work with the 70. I do have a lot of sponsorships. I don't have any like paid sponsorships. I've never really been paid to make a video. Usually they just consist of somebody sending something to review. Goodbye, Jacob Smith. Have fun playing with your dog. Welcome, Ron Colvin Part 2. Thank you for joining us. Can you play ISPDFR? I don't know what that is. Is that a song? I don't know. That's not a song. That's a game. I'm sorry. I have no idea. I don't know. I've been looking for cameras for like a year now. You know, the camera struggle is always alive, I must say. What mic do I use? Great question. So right now, in general, no, I'll say right now, for this live stream, I'm using this, I think it's called a Miracle Sound Lav mic. I think it sounds pretty good. Does it sound pretty good? Yeah, I think it sounds pretty good. So I can just clip that on. It plugs directly into my phone, which is amazing, and it has pretty decent audio quality. Or does it still sound good? Let's see. Audio quality check. Yeah, so like for a live stream, yeah, I think this is a fantastic mic. It's only like $20, so that's why I picked that up. In all of my other videos, that gets a little more complicated. So whenever I'm in the studio downstairs with the table and the fancy lights and stuff, I always use the Rode NT1, which is a condenser microphone that plugs into my H4n Pro, and I really like the quality of that microphone. Fun fact, if anybody watches PewDiePie, I don't actually watch his videos, but he uses that same microphone, so that's pretty special. I also have Run and Gun Stuff Rode VideoMic Pro. It's one of my favorites. Also, I haven't used it too much, but the Aperture Deity is a kind of like large, it's like this long of a microphone. So that's more for like short films and stuff, but I haven't really used that too much on this channel. Beefy Tech, out of 10, what would I rate your channel? So I don't know, I don't do ratings, but I guess if I would have to say, I like your content, and like for where you're at, I would say 7 or 8. I haven't seen too many videos, but just initial impressions look pretty good. And I know, like, as many of you probably have seen with my channel, as you grow, your quality generally gets a little better. So that's kind of like what my channel has become, just giving advice for cameras and stuff to increase your quality of productions. Eliza Burton, so the Canon 80D, oops, I just kind of screwed up that. Okay, sorry. Just refresh the page. Back to that question. So the Canon 80D with the 18-55 over the 77 or the Canon 7D. Best for me. Oh, you're adding the 7D. The nomenclature is just too difficult, the naming of these. Yeah, 80D, I have to just recommend that, because that's probably my favorite camera, because it's very compact, it shoots excellent 1080p, 60 frames per second video, fantastic autofocus. I would definitely have to say that. 7D Mark II is a very expensive camera. Yeah, so if you're just starting out, I would not recommend that. I don't even use it as much as I should. Like, if I'm going to be honest, I have the 80D and the 7D Mark II. I honestly don't use my 7D Mark II as nearly as much as I use the 80D. I mean, I use the 80D for absolutely everything, which is weird if you think about it. The other thing I haven't pointed out yet, 80D has a flip-out screen, which is just so nice. Can I use it? Can you use it when it is getting dark? Would you like to see some footage? I just shot, yeah, 80D is affordable. I have some footage here that I shot 2 days ago from the 80D at golden hour. I'm going to show you these right now. Hopefully in a future live stream, I can show you like on the screen so I don't have to point my phone at it. Let me open this up right here. So what I was using the 80D. This is going to be awesome. So I was using 80D with a 10-18 lens on a DJI Ronin M. So with that in mind, here is some of the footage that I shot. This is probably not very good quality. It's not doing it justice, but this is slowly getting into the low light area. That is the DJI Phantom 3 Pro. This is shot with the Canon 80D with an 10-18 lens. This is probably shot at 10 on the DJI Ronin M. That's pretty awesome. So gradually I shot for about 2 hours here. This is on a golf course. So that's kind of awesome. Let me get the mouse out of the way. Let's see, what else do we have? Just like golfers, random golfers. As you can see, like ISO right here was about 100. So there's no grain or anything. I'm sorry, it's really difficult to tell with this. The phone is just not so good. Let me go forward too. Okay, so here we're in the shade, as you can tell. Is this helpful to anybody? So we're in the shade a little bit. So we are getting a little darker, but still fantastic quality. I mean, 80D is just an amazing camera. Okay, so when it's dark, let's see. I don't really know any of the technical stuff on the 80D. So like this is golden hour. Let's see what else. I got some really cool. Okay, here's the sunset. Beautiful. It's probably not super helpful because you can't really tell. Oh, this is kind of cool. So this is a great thing about the Ronin M with the 80D. You can do stuff like this. It's awesome. This is helpful to anybody. So it's actually sitting, it's a beautiful shot, on a golf cart right there with just holding the Ronin. That was really awesome. Let's get to some of the darker stuff, because that's what you're asking for. It is helpful? Good. It's a little bit darker. As you can see, golf cart kind of got in the way there. Absolutely gorgeous night. This is 2 nights ago. Ooh, this is kind of cool. This is not helpful, but it's just cool stuff. That's about it. I did shoot, so then I took it off of the Ronin, and then just did this is shot on my 70-200 when it got super dark. As you can see, still looking really good. I mean, hardly any grain, like, whatsoever, if I had to say. I mean, this is like after the sun has set in the shade. It's still looking phenomenal. So like, if you're shooting something at pitch black, yeah, it's probably not going to look amazing, but I mean, if you have decent lighting, you can probably still get any good stuff. I'm glad this is helpful. I'm glad. If anybody else has any other questions like that, you can just comment them down below. We've been going for 42 minutes now. Still going strong. Have I ever tried OBS or used it? I do not know what that is, so I'm gonna look that up. Open Broadcaster software. I should definitely take a look at that. A while ago I was using something called Wirecast to do it on my computer, so I'm gonna try to increase the quality of these live streams very soon, but at the moment. How would it compare to a phone? That's a great question. So, I don't know how to answer that. If you're comparing it, let's say, iPhone 7, whatever, because I'm assuming that's what you might be shooting with, and that's what I have experience with. The iPhone shoots at 4K, but the thing is, and the 80D does not shoot at 4K, but if you take a look at the size of the lens here, it's so much smaller that you're not going to get anything like depth of field. That's why they made the whole, what did you call it? I forgot. I'm blanking. Depth thing. Portrait mode, because you can't do stuff like that like on a DSLR. It's just much higher quality. I have, in fact, okay, here's a good example. On all of my unboxing videos, I have my phone sitting above the table, just barely out of the view. So the main 8 camera is shot with the 80D, but then like this overhead cam, it's since the dawn of my channel has always been in iPhone, just because it's so light and it can just sit up there and you have 4K video. So I don't know, just something to think about. By the way, which ways would the 18 to 55 be better than the 18 to 135? Okay. So, I'm planning on making a video very soon because I've thought about this. So, like, you may say that the 18 to 135 would be better because you can zoom farther without taking off a lens, which is amazing. But you do compromise, like, there's weird stuff with distortion that happens when you have such a large zooming range. So that's just not, I don't know. It can get distorted at 18 or 135, but I haven't had much issue with that. The other thing is with an 18 to 55, it's like half the weight of an 18 to 135, which is awesome. So, give or take. Just like with the way it's built, they're both built very similarly. So, I don't know. Just, yeah. The price is kind of a big thing because if you need that extra range, buying an 18 to 135 is less expensive than an 18 to 55. And then like another, I don't know if they make it like a 55 to 135, but that'd be more expensive. So yeah, welcome back, Jacob Smith. Goodbye, Nate Marshall. Ron Colvin says, watch a how-to video on OBS. It works well. I will definitely do that soon. I don't have much time this weekend. Is the 1855 better in low light or gives you lower f-stops? They don't. The 18 to 55 is like an f3.5 to 5 or something, and the same with the 18 to 135. But since the 18 to 135 has a much longer range, if you just use the 18 to 55 range, you only like lose, I don't know, like 1 or 2 stops, whereas 18 to 55 you're losing, I don't know, 3 or something. I don't know exactly the numbers, but technically the 18 to 135 does have a better aperture rating. Can I see a camera you have? They're all downstairs. Here's a camera that I have. Yeah, that's kind of, they're all downstairs. I don't want to walk downstairs, so in a future video, definitely. Oh yeah, the Jacob Smith left to play with your dog, and now you're back. Welcome back. It was awesome. Does anybody else have any other questions? Because we may wrap this up very soon. Yeah, if anybody else wants to just comment their questions, or I can just keep talking if you want. Let me look up some stuff here. Do people like these live streams? I mean, personally. So we looked at Beefy Tech's channel before. If you don't mind me snooping around, we're now looking at Eliza Burton's channel, which actually looks kind of amazing. I'm sorry, this is creepy. Nice. It's awesome. I used to be a gymnast, so I can still do a backflip. Awesome. Awesome. So definitely, I like what you're doing there. I would say the 80D is one of the best. I have not been keeping up with the chat here, I'm sorry. Welcome Scrubioids to the channel. Me do a backflip? I'm gonna die. There's no space in here. How do I add a monitor on the chats? I don't even know. Next video, if you're here, I'll definitely do a backflip. If you remind me, maybe. 13 likes on this live stream. That is a new record. So very soon, we're going to wrap this live stream up. In the next video, we'll do... So this video is not going to be published on my channel like some of them may be in the future. This is not going to be published. 14 likes. Thank you to everybody who has liked this video. That is awesome. If people like this, as I can tell from the likings, people are enjoying this kind of live stream thing where you just talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's awesome. What is my age? So my birthday was a week ago or something. I just turned 18. Yeah. So that's awesome. We're gonna wrap this up now. I can legally buy fireworks if anybody cares. And a lot of other stuff. Thank you all for watching this awesome live stream. Even though they kind of get boring and long, but hey, I enjoy doing it. Future, we'll do drone giveaways. We'll do like looking at people's channels. If I can figure out how to do that, I'll work on that for the next live stream. I think that's it. Thank you to everybody who has been participating, and that is the end of the videos. We got regular content on Wednesdays at like 4 or something, and these on the weekends. Goodbye. Don't forget to keep it pro. I'm sorry to Nate Marshall who just came back, but we're ending the live stream right now. Can I ever do the fireworks? Yes, in this afternoon I am helping set up a professional fireworks show, and I'll definitely get some video of that because that's an awesome thing. So yeah, bye. Gotta go.